Hi, I'm Dr. Walter Matwychuk, and the purpose of today's intermittent reinforcement email message is to talk to you about how REBT can help you take calculated risks. In rational emotive behavior therapy, we encourage what we call calculated risk taking. Sometimes we refer to it as adventuring, but in either case, what we're speaking about is doing things that you want to do that you know will likely improve your well-being and life satisfaction in the long run, but at the same time, very well may not turn out exactly as you had planned. So rational emotive behavior therapy, on the one hand, says take calculated risks, knowing full well that this is the path to long-term happiness, satisfaction, growth, and development, but go into these risks eyes wide open, knowing full well that you may very well fall on your face. REBT liberates people by helping them cultivate attitudes of unconditional self-acceptance, uncertainty tolerance, and high discomfort tolerance. Good calculated risks require doing your homework, and having high discomfort tolerance enables us to research the probabilities, evaluate the advantages and disadvantages of taking the calculated risks and evaluating the possible outcomes. And REBT also encourages you to cultivate attitudes that enable you not only to do your homework, but then tolerate the uncertainty associated with pulling the trigger on your decision. People very often will do their homework endlessly, never making a decision, and consequently, they are engaging in avoidance behavior by prolonging the homework process of decision making. However, once you reach a decision, and you decide to go through with it, and you have a healthy concern going into the decision and the action, you then need to see that you may very well fail. And so having unconditional self-acceptance will help you to live shamelessly should your plan not work out. People talk to me all the time about leaving their career to start a business or taking some other calculated risk, having a child or not having a child, leaving a relationship. Whether the calculated risks involves one thing or another, you can be sure that it's never guaranteed that you will get the outcome you think you will. And so having unconditional self-acceptance so that should you fail, you could accept yourself and bear the consequences of having taken the calculated risk is an important resource to cultivate in advance of taking a calculated risks. Now, the other thing that you have to keep in mind is that if you fail, it doesn't mean you're a failure. It just means that this particular risk didn't work out. This is called experience. In life, when we take risks and they work out or they don't work out, we learn something. So REBT at its core is not only a philosophy of helping you not disturb yourself, but it's also a philosophy of maximizing pleasure in life and living life to the fullest, learning about life, adventuring. And it provides you with attitudes that will enable you not only to avoid disturbing yourself, but also to make structural changes in your life or to take risks and go and do the things that you have long thought about doing, but never motivated yourself or were able to get yourself to do. So I would encourage you to read today's REBT intermittent reinforcement email message. Think about how it might apply to one of your calculated risks, and then begin to work on your unconditional self-acceptance and your uncertainty tolerance and your discomfort tolerance for doing the homework that's required to evaluate any path that you may be considering taking. Businesses have been built by risk. People like Bill Gates left college in order to start Microsoft, and others have taken risks in order to achieve their greatest goals. I know Elon Musk faced failure at different points in his ventures into space, and these were great risks that he took, but he had a long-term goal and wanted to pursue it and displayed uncertainty tolerance, discomfort tolerance, and unconditional self-acceptance in pursuing these goals and risking failure. I would also encourage you to attend my Saturday morning demonstrations. This is where I take a volunteer from somewhere in the world and have a conversation with them about perhaps a risk they're considering or something that they've already done that's failed, and show them how not to upset themselves and to learn from their experience. So these demonstration sessions, I draw on the principles of REBT and help people have healthy emotional reactions to the challenges of life. These are free to attend and they're on Zoom, but you need a link. So you'll need to write to me at rebtdoctor@gmail.com to get your link. They're held at 9 a.m. every Saturday, which is 9 a.m. in Philadelphia, or 2 p.m. in the UK, 4 p.m. in Bucharest, 7:30 in New Delhi, and 11 in Tokyo. We've done them now for almost 130 consecutive weeks. They're widely attended, and they're a great way to look at some of the core ideas, learn them, and see how they might fit into different types of problems. So I encourage you to attend, and you too can begin to take calculated risks with healthy resources like unconditional self-acceptance, high uncertainty tolerance, and high discomfort tolerance. I hope to see you on Saturday.